Well, hello there, and I do hope you're all well, and this will be the final video of the week. Well, just remember this picture, probably wouldn't have been that long after he'd won his 80-seat majority in 2019, just a week before Christmas. Everything going rosy and all that stuff, and got his over-ready deal done, if you'd say so. Well, it's amazing how things change, doesn't it? And I found this week, especially on the James O'Brien show, incredibly fascinating. I don't listen to many others because I have other things to do, and I just make a decision to listen to his show because I always enjoy it, and I always tend to learn something. But I found this week fascinating the amount of people who said lifelong Conservative voter, I could never vote for them ever again. And the new and I've heard on a couple of times and all people saying Conservative member once, not no more. And I've heard one other person say, I'm now a Labour member. Now people might say, oh well, conclusive proof now, if you vote Labour you get Conservative. Maybe not, I don't know. But this call was really, really fascinating because not only was he a former Conservative councillor, he's handed in his membership and he's I think he said his wife and daughter have as well. Wow. And what he said after this was very, very interesting, and he's not the only one to said this as well. Enjoy.
Tom's in Reading. Tom, what made you pick up the phone?
Well, good morning, and thanks
Hello.
for taking the call.
You're very welcome.
I've been listening to the previous callers, and I think I share the same view of despair. I'm a Conservative councillor, have been a member of the party all my life. Started as a young Conservative. I'm probably one of those kind of typical people of conservatism you look at.
Yes.
I don't recognise the party anymore. I don't recognise the party I've loved that cares for the country. I don't even recognise my own country half the time under Boris Johnson. I don't even know where to start. Is it the Emperor's new clothes? Is it collective blindness? Is it people being sold a pup at the last election? It was all about get Brexit done. And even in my own party, if you don't support Boris, you're marginalised. If you don't support get Brexit done, you're marginalised. If you are a one-nation centrist Conservative, like most of the sensible people in the party are, you're marginalised.
Well, there's very few of you left in...
That point about being calm, that's me.
Yeah, I hear you. There's not many of you left in Parliament.
I think there's a dying breed. I think when you look at the 29 intake, if you and I can speak from some experience,
yes.
if you weren't part of the Boris party, you wouldn't have got a seat.
Cult.
You would not have got through a selection process.
The Boris cult. It was a personality cult. It was a personality cult by then. It had very little to do beyond get Brexit done, which could be loosely described as a policy. Although you and I know it barely fits the description. It was just how hard can you tug your forelock in the direction of Boris Johnson.
What? And we've, when you look at Jacob Rees-Mogg, when you look at the Owen Paterson, just made me scream in anger. My wife and daughter have both resigned from the party. I'm looking at Starmerism, whatever sort of language you want to use for Keir Starmer. Yeah. And actually, I don't want the politics of rhetoric that we have now. What I want is calm, sane, sensible, and let's get on with building the country back. And I look at Starmer and think, here is somebody who is transforming the Labour Party actually in the way that Tony Blair did kind of in 96, 97. And he's appealing to a huge swathe of Conservative voters and Conservative friends of mine, because we don't want Boris. We don't want this insanity of sleaze and lies and, whatever your views are on the parties, or whether it was a party or a work event, was there jelly? I don't know.
That would be the clincher. I tell you what, if there was cheese and pineapple on sticks, Tom, then all bets are off.
It would have been a party. It would have been... But it's like you've been caught out. You're the Prime Minister of the country. Just say sorry.
Well, he tried that. The problem is, of course, and I know you know this, is that he has to mean it. And thank you. I mean, you speak actually for a lot of people in my inbox, not all of whom are prepared to come on air, but the welcome is always warm and the invitation is always there for people who are if you like, seeing the light, although that's a patronising way of putting it. And this is the thing that if I had to pick one element from Johnson's past that renders everything that's followed unsurprising, unshocking, it would probably be this conversation with his school friend Darius Guppy, who was seeking help in securing the address of a journalist that he, Darius Guppy, wanted to get beaten up.
Sorry. Have you got this number? Gerard, look, there is a guy at the moment going through his files at home. Fantastic. But I am telling you something, boys. This guy has got my blood up, all right? And there is nothing which I won't do to get my revenge. It's as simple as that. How badly are you going to hurt this guy? Not badly at all. I want to know. Okay, let me explain this. If this guy is serious, I'm curious. I guarantee you he will not be serious. How badly hurt he will not have a broken limb or broken arm. He will not be put into intensive care or anything like that. He will probably get a couple of black eyes and a cracked rib.
And yes, as you can guess, that's our Bodger Johnson on the phone, giving away a reporter's, going to give away a reporter's address so he can have him beaten up to an old school chum of his. And when the show finished, James O'Brien said, when people reveal themselves, believe them. And it just shows you what a nasty piece of work our Bodger Johnson is. And I found what he said after, when he revealed that his, I think he said his wife and daughter, his family had resigned from the Conservative membership. And what he said after was very, very interesting, because it's not the first time I've heard this. And again, like I said, there'll be people who were Corbyn supporters will say, yes, conclusive proof, vote for Labour is a vote for Tory. Maybe not. But the thing is, Jeremy Corbyn was never going to win an election, unfortunately. Sad though, because like as I said, I liked his manifesto. It quite promising. A little bit too long because people didn't read it. I know plenty of people who didn't. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. And until the next time, I shall bid you farewell and take care.